Hey guys, Anna Alkins to the Arts here, and we are asking in this reading today, WTF is going on? I asked my patrons over on Patreon what kind of reading they would like for me to film around the full moon, and they chose this one. There is another that was dual contenders, so we're going to do that one too, but today we're focusing on this. We have got 3 different piles here today, and we're using the Moonology deck. As a reminder, I'm reading the current energy, so I will bring forwards the messages and the guidance that might be for one person, might be for multiple people. So please only ever take the messages that resonate. Take your time to connect with the pile that you feel drawn to. You might be feeling drawn to more than one, but this is a collective reading. So not every message may resonate in a pile for you. There might be just 1 or 2 pieces of information. Sometimes the whole reading could sound like it was a personal reading. It varies. So please do only take what resonates. And please remember that personal readings are available if you would require one. All of my official links are in the description box below for my web stores, for my artwork, for jewelry, for the other things that I create. Check out my Instagram for all the other random crazy things that I make and do, and so much more. So here we go. Pile number 1 is one of my favourite black obsidian arrowhead points. Pile number 2 is this beautiful, incredible piece of labradorite, and it has the most insane flash on it, but there you go. It is stunning, honestly. I love labradorite. And then pile number 3 is carnelian. So please take as long as you need, pause the video if needed, connect with your own energy, see where you're being called. It could be a feeling, your eyes could just be drawn to one pile in particular. Take as long as you need, and I will see you in your piles. The links will be in the description box too. Right, take care. The pile number 1, if you were drawn to this pile, then this is your reading. You've got the obsidian arrowhead point today. Very much about getting to seeing the truth, clearing negative energy. It can be seeing the truth of a situation within that could be quite challenging, or a situation from the outside too. As a reminder, I'm connecting with the current energy, and I will pull through the messages and guidance that I receive and try and present that in a way that I hope you will find empowering, so that you can make empowered decisions. Nothing is set in stone, and you have the power within you to move forwards in the direction of your choosing. If you don't like this reading, that's absolutely okay. You are free to pick another, or to move to a different pile, or just go, no, do you know what? That could be my situation, and I'm not having it. I'm not going to live that way. Whatever feels right for you. And as a reminder, personal readings are available in the description box. All my information, so just connect if you would like to. We have full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches, and I love that. This could be, I'm really getting for some of you, you've been really hard on yourself lately. There is a sense here of somebody maybe getting to the root of an issue, getting to the heart of a matter, and really almost, it's like in a tough love kind of a way. You could be doing this to yourself, or this could be an outer energy. It's like saying, no, we're not going to let you be hard or berate yourself anymore like this. I love the Capricorn symbol because it's such a unique creature. You know, it's like a goat with a mermaid's tail, and it's just so wonderfully unique. And it's a reminder that, you know, this tough cycle ends. We might feel difficult. Situation might have been difficult. We might feel different on the other side of when we go through really difficult life changes or tough cycles, you know, through the healing and growth work we do, or just our feeling and the experience of it. So it's a reminder that that creates the unique person that you are. You don't need to be, you know, sometimes we can't look back at the person that we were. Maybe the person that you've grown into and become is even more awesome. And it's about trusting that sometimes. So we're going to use this baby, I think it's the Baby Unicorns deck. This was a gift from one of my patrons as well. They both were actually, both the Moonology deck from my lovely Livia. So let's see what's coming through. The Knight of Wands and the Magician. Hell yeah. Whatever this cycle has been, you've come through out on the other side of it, and you've really and truly recognized a new strength, a new passion, a new power. Something has been sparked within you, and it's not just a fleeting dream, it's not just a pipe dream, it's not just a flash of random inspiration that dies off in the night. No, this is a recognition that actually I can do this. Maybe this is the moment where I can do this. Maybe there is so much more I can do, and I don't just have to give up on this. Bear with me just a second. Sorry, Paul, I had the postman at my door. Sometimes it's recognizing that you do already have the strength and the skills to level up, and you could have been getting the signs to move in a new direction. There could be a promotion, there could be you know, some kind of new wave of abundance coming into your life. And I don't give messages like that out lightly, but it really feels like you've been going through it, and there's been some kind of inner recognition that no, actually I can do this, I've got this. It says here, I got this. Recognizing your own power, your own sovereignty. This could be emotional. It could be saying, no, do you know what, I'm finally claiming back my strength, my power, releasing myself from this energy, and I am moving forwards in the way that I want now. It can be, for some of you, it's like looking at bullies from the past, you know, maybe one person in particular, and going, that voice has been in my head for far too long, and I'm no longer allowing it to live there rent free. This isn't happening anymore. I'm doing it my way. Love that energy. What else have we got for pile one, please? The Nine of Swords, the Ten of Wands in the reverse, and the King of Pentacles. It's like you could be reaching the conclusion of a very difficult situation. For some of you, there could have been, we've not got the Judgment card come out here, but it was like you were waiting for the conclusion of something, results about something. For some of you, it could be university or exam results, any kind of exam, test results, medical results, and something that's caused you a great amount of anxiety, and you've just had this weight of the world hanging over you like the sword of Damocles, just precariously dangled above you, and not knowing when it was going to fall, whether the boot was about to drop. But with the Ten of Wands in reverse, it's like you are now letting go of this weight. You don't have to carry this anymore, this huge amount of burden. If you look at all these wands, each one could represent the weight of something that you've been carrying in your life, something that has felt dense. It could be a worry, it could be something, and it's like one of those things alone could be, you know, manageable. And then when we get a couple more things happening in life, or more concerns, or more stuff coming up to work with, it can suddenly feel very burdensome and overwhelming. And this Nine of Swords here could really say, you know, you could have had sleepless nights, you could have had a lot of worry, you could have felt like, for some of you, I'm getting, you've just wanted to keep yourself to yourself, you haven't wanted to go out and do the things that you normally do. But what we're getting is the end of this cycle. You were literally reaching the end of this phase, and it's going, no, do you know what, I've just found this beautiful throne, and I've just realized it was mine the whole time. This is the King of Pentacles. This is being in that grounded and abundant energy. And, you know, for some of you, you could be listening to this reading and going, WTF, Anna, this is not where I am right now. What are you talking about? And you could still be in this difficult cycle. You could still be in the tunnel and seeing the pinprick of light at the end of it and moving towards it. And this is your message to keep moving forwards, because things can get so good. Things can be so much better. Things can change in our lives. And when we're in the middle of those difficult times, we don't necessarily see it. We don't necessarily see that there can be growth, that there can be change, that we can move forwards. But trust me, there really and truly can. And you can find yourself in a much more grounded, stable situation, where the throne builds upon a strong foundation that is unshakable, you know. Let's get some runes. These are my favourite runes from my dear friend Thorsten's workshop. Let's see what comes through for you. For pile 1, I'm really getting like a massive crown chakra activation for you as well. For those of you that would resonate with that, I'm not going to remove the ones that have landed face down. We'll just read around them. Just make sure they're all the way around. Yeah, you could have definitely, we've got Isa and Wunyo on top of this 9 of Swords. You could definitely have felt like you have been in a period of stagnancy. There is some kind of situation in your life perhaps that you felt like you were not able to move on from. And what that's done is it's kept you in like a holding space, like a holding tank. And it almost feels like there has been this pressure cooker of almost positive energy or inspiration that's been building within you, inside of you. Now this can be anything from ideas, inspiration for new ideas or careers, or it can just be that sense of frustration that builds within us when we are held in a situation that we don't like for a long time, until it goes, no, I'm letting go of this. I'm going to move forwards. I'm now going to shift this cycle, because we've got Sevilla here and Daggers. This is seeing the light. This is the flash of lightning, the bold catalyst in our lives that shifts us into a new cycle. So as the end of a tough cycle approaches, the beginning of something new starts with Daggers here and Sevilla. With Algis over the 10 of Wands, sorry. This is a reminder to tune into your higher wisdom, your higher self. One of the best pieces of advice I was given recently from my lovely mother when I was going through a difficult time. She was like, remember, none of this, your ego self might argue with you about some of these things, but really tune in to your higher self, that inner knowing, that place where all is good within you. And we might not be able to be there all the time. Sometimes we go there in meditation, various things. Anything can be a meditation for us. It depends on our personality and how we feel. But we can go to that place, find that space within us, see things with different clarity, receive that inner wisdom, that higher wisdom and guidance. And what that's going to do is move us forwards. It's going to shift us out of that energy of feeling stuck, but also remind us of the truth of who we are and this magician. Because it does feel like this end of this tough cycle, you might feel like you have lost a lot of ideas or senses of self, but what is actually coming back to you is this recognition of, actually, I may not be some of these things that I might have thought that I was, or these ideas of life that I thought would be, or how my life would be, but actually I'm finding my strength and my the person, a new depth or new understanding of self, and realizing that in all of its fullness and moving forwards. We've got Ingvars and Answers and Bjerkan in the reverse, so there could have been a real feeling of stagnancy is what I'm getting, and like there hasn't been much growth, but you are pushing forwards and moving forwards now. With Laggers on the side, there could be this sense of needing to go with the flow, needing to take action when needed, and definitely if you're feeling inspired and it feels right for you to do so, investigate that passion, investigate that way forwards. Trust your intuition. If it's telling you to research something, look something up, look somebody up, because they might be able to assist you with a project, or you might be able to work with them as a mentor or something like this. There could be really positive energy in taking action, but balanced with going with the flow through some of these difficult cycles if things are closing off or ending. You do have fresh beginnings and seeds being planted here with Ingvars, and Answers is that that life force energy that flows within us all, that divine connection, recognizing that there is always a bigger plan at play beyond all of the literal, incredibly difficult challenges we can be facing. So it's recognizing that and seeing the path forwards, seeing a way forwards, and trusting in it. Trusting it might not all be happening right now, Yeah, we've got Fehu in the reverse. So some of you could definitely have had some money worries, but it feels like I did get that you might have some kind of unexpected money coming through for you, but trusting that difficult cycles end. And that can be financially, and there can be choices we can make to improve that situation. And sometimes we feel like we can't, but the inspiration at some point is going to drop in and things will shift. I'm being called to get 2 oracle cards for you, so one of these, please. And that's the arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. And this really feels like calling on that higher space connection. This is a message that's been coming through a lot for people recently, is if you have God's guides, guardians, angels, spirits that you personally call to in your hour of need, in your moments of dark, whatever it is, call in that positivity, that protection, the guidance to see the way forwards. Ask for that assistance if it feels right for you, and trust that in the right moments you will receive that guidance and that wisdom in order to move ahead. I'm being called to one of these as well to close the reading, which is God's Untitled card. There you go, thank you. Selenos, shape-shifting. Definitely entering a new phase of life, a new phase of existence, and that very much can be, shape-shifting can be changeable in difficult times. It can be allowing things to change through our difficulties when times seem uncertain, needing sometimes to allow a situation to play through so that we can make an educated and informed decision at a point at which feels right. So I'm getting, don't rush, but be aware. Keep your eyes, your heart, and your intuition open, and receive the wisdom that comes through from your Pile 1. But please, there is so much positive energy here. So do know that things are changing and good is coming. Just sending you all my love and thank you for being here. And I will see you again in another reading. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi there, Pile 2. If you were drawn to this pile, then this is your reading. You were drawn to the labradorite today. This is very much my Odin crystal, my Odin stone. It reminds me of the Northern Lights and the magic of the Aurora Borealis, but also with its properties for shamanic connection, for higher connection and intuition. It always just reminds me of Odin. So in that sense, let's see what comes through. As a reminder, I'm reading the current energy. It is my role as a reader in my personal standpoint to bring through the energies and messages that I can offer to you in a way that will hopefully help you to make empowered decisions about your future. So please only take what resonates. Take whatever feels good, what feels right to you, and leave anything else. Never let a reading take away from you or your experience. Your life is yours to live, and you have free will to make your decisions and move forwards in the ways of your choosing. All of my information is below if you'd like a personal reading or to connect with me on any of my other channels, through Patreon, YouTube, on YouTube, or through my Instagram as well. Let's get your cards. You got 2. Luck is on your side. New moon's in Sagittarius, and your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. I love this. Love this, love this, love this. You could definitely find yourself in some very changeable energy. I'm getting for some of you, your mood, your emotional state, your experience of life at the moment could be like, you know, earthquake on the Richter scale, up and down. In some ways, it could not. That might just be for some of you. But it feels like you are just trying to ride the waves and just kind of flow with whatever is going on. But this is your guides, God's ancestors, reminding you that this work is paying off, that, you know, this is not all in vain, that you have not been brought down this path to be left here dangling. You know, there is, the situation isn't complete for some of you that are worrying something. It might just be for one of you. For some of you, worrying something specifically is done and that's it. It's not going to work out. That there is good to come from this situation. And with luck being on your side, it almost feels like for some of you, not all of you, only take this if it resonates. There is some kind of opportunity you've been waiting to seize. There's been some kind of I don't want to say impulse, because it doesn't feel like that. It feels like something considered. Please only, you know, do what is right for you in your highest and greatest interests. But it feels like shooting your shot almost, like taking your chance, reaching out to some people. There is this strong feeling of feeling the fear and doing it anyway, to quote a phrase there. Yes, and really believing that this hard work does pay off. Hard work does come good. There is a reason for all of this, and all of your struggles, maybe your backstory, maybe one day something that you can help somebody else with. So don't lose sight of that. Don't lose sight of the hope that you are, the experiences you're having, and the hope that that can bring to others. Okay. Ace of Swords, Page of Pentacles in the reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse. I think this is the Baby Unicorn deck. Both of these decks today were a gift from one of my patrons, Livia, so thank you so much, Livia. I absolutely love both of them. Okay, so we've got the Emperor, the Judgment, the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. I am really getting this sense of topsy-turvy energy, and that is the only way I can describe it. Let's get the bottom of the deck too. Yeah, the Nine of Cups. Deep down, there is this Emperor within you, and this Emperor is just standing there going, WTF is going on? I am what? And it's like you're just holding firm. You've just had to hold firm like a limpet on a rock, as the sea rages around you, and trust that you know that this tide that's come in will go out again, and you are going to get that breathing space, that head space. So it will be different for all of you in different areas of life, if you're resonating with this energy, that you've just been really resilient. With the Nine of Wands in the reverse, this is almost saying, and the Ace of Swords, that, and the Page of Pentacles, there's a very specific message here in not waiting for somebody else to come forwards and say, it's okay, you can rest now. This is about seeing with great clarity when you have decided that you need to take that rest, because we've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. You know, it's okay to play as well. You can work hard. You can work really, really hard. But this is saying that you need to be able to make that call, this judgment call. Some of you could be feeling really burnt out. For others of you, it's just that you need to give yourself permission to take some downtime, to allow yourself to go into that beautiful, playful energy. So, for example, like being an entrepreneur, a lot of people go into it pursuing their passion, which feels very much like this new moon in Sagittarius energy. It's like full energy when you go out there and do it. And then when you're spinning all the plates and doing all the things, it can feel overwhelming, and it can take you from that original passion for a time. You know, there's Nine of Cups here. And for some of you, it's like you need to give yourself permission to take the time to fill your own cups, to really renew and restore yourself. You know, your hard work is paying off, and the energy of being, if you're looking for success, being in the energy of success is going to bring about that success. Being in the energy of hustle is important sometimes to get things done, but only being in the energy of hustle is going to, in terms of, you know, the universe being mind and that being reflected back to us, by our experience, you know, we can just keep finding ourselves in that persistent energy of needing to do, and it can be very overwhelming after a time. So it feels like what WTF is going on is, if you're feeling yourself in a quiet time, enjoy the quiet and keep focused on your dreams. Yes, of course, I don't think that you are the sort of person that's going to do that, but keeping focused on what you want, but allowing yourself a breath away from it in order to fill your cups so you can be in this Nine of Cups is going to be really, really positive for you. This could be accepting a single invitation to go out and do something different. It could be, you know, deciding that actually I need to build more structured playtime into my life by starting dancing, by sorry, I've got the very strong visual of dancing and dancing within a group for some of you. So that might just be for one person, but it's finding those kinds of structures and building in those routines as a message that's coming through in order for you to be in this Nine of Cups and Emperor energy. You're absolutely allowed to do that. And I'm seriously guessing here, you can't wait for somebody else to come and tell you it's time to do that. If you're waiting for somebody else to come and say, you've done enough now it's time to relax, I don't think you're going to get that outer cue. So it needs to come from within. It needs to come from within and just say, no, I can take an afternoon off, or I can take this time for myself. It feels important because it feels like that's going to be something that shifts you forwards. Just fill those cups up so that you can have new, create new, and restore yourself a bit. It feels like a really great opportunity to do that. I'm going to do the runes over the top now. These are my beautiful bone rune set from Thorson's workshop. My dear friend, he's a beautiful craftsman if you feel like checking him out. Yeah, there is definitely, we've got I've had over this new moon in Sagittarius card, and this, I have some very interesting channeled interpretations of this rune, and one of them is very much like a compass point. You know, you can direct your energy in whatever direction you choose, but it feels like a really, really potent time to be focusing your energy in the direction that you choose. What is it that you do want? Don't be allowing yourself to get lost in the thoughts of everything that could go wrong. Or what other people, for some of you, because we've got Iset and Lagus in the reverse, coming out in over judgment here, you could be really worried about what other people are thinking about you, and that's keeping you stuck. It's preventing you from going into a flow state. And it doesn't have to be that other people are judging you and being negative, but other people's opinions about the ways in which you do things, and maybe something that doesn't necessarily feel authentic in your process to you. You know, and this could be in any aspect of career or what you're building, doing, creating, manifesting in your life. It's like other ideas, and this could be outer experts. It could be YouTube videos that you're seeking advice from, or mentors. And I'm getting a very strong message here of being conscious of the content that you are consuming. Now, this could be in any form of social media, and it's having those people around you to build the positive structures of building the positive connections, so that on a day-to-day we're feeding the positive energy, the positive thoughts in a very natural way. Whereas if we're sort of overloading ourselves with very, very heavy and dense energies, or around people that we know it might not even be their fault, it's just what it does within us. You know, it's viewing certain content may trigger something, feelings of unworthiness, you know, feelings of doubt, feelings of I'm not enough, I haven't done enough within us. If anything makes you feel that way, maybe try and limit your exposure to it, because we've also got Pethro here, which is the rune of, people refer to it as the lock-up in a literal sense, but it can be another one that's like shoot your shot, take your chance, luck is on your side. For that to come out with Ivaz over this card feels like a very, very positive symbol. Now, for some of you, this could be connected to love, connected to love and relationships, or this could be your rebuild phase after the end of a relationship, or the end of a business partnership, or the loss of a job. This is a message that good can come from this. You might not be seeing how anything could grow after this. You could be feeling very sad in some ways, and that's absolutely okay. All emotions are valid. But what I'm seeing here is you as you keep moving forwards, in both recognizing your needs for fun, for relaxation, for the amount of work that you do, because you could be like a really strong Capricorn, a Virgo energy. I'm really getting strong earth energy from this and just digging in and getting done. But you're going to see a growth within yourself when you allowed yourself to play, when you allow yourself to enjoy your life too. You're definitely a very strong person. There's definitely Taurus energy here as well. Focusing on your strengths and really tuning in and remembering that higher sense of self here with Alga's reverse. You're entering into a new phase and a new cycle. And this is something, it's working with the energies of those around you. You can't be the person that works yourself to the bone in giving. The energy needs to be reciprocal. It needs to be a fair partnership. And that needs to be with you too. A fair partnership with yourself. So for the energy that you're giving out, make sure you're refilling your own cup too. Let's get, okay, I'm going to draw those again. Guidance card please for pile 2. There's loads there. There's loads. I can't take them all. Just one please. Alright, give me 2. Return from the underworld, engage in life, have hope for the future, new energies are coming in. Yeah, for some of you, you could have been really stuck in this density of needing to just move forwards, to keep going, to keep going, to keep going. And there hasn't been much time or room to come up for air. And this is your reminder. WTF is going on is you have worked your socks off. And now is a time where you take a deep breath, refill your energy, return from some of this density and reclaim who you are. If you feel like you've lost something to a partnership along the way, you know, you're worthy and deserving, and new energy is coming forth. So be patient, do the work that needs to be done, but play when you need to play too. Pile 2, I really hope this reading assists you. I hope it resonates. Personal readings are available. Just sending you all my love. And thank you for being here. Take care. And I'll see you again soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye. Hi there, pile 3. If you were drawn to this pile, then this is your reading. You were drawn to the carnelian crystal today. Now, as always, please be mindful that I, as a reader, will read the current energies. I will interpret them and try and bring forth that information in a way that can assist you and hopefully offer you clarity in the ways in which you can move forwards and make empowered decisions within your own life. So if you don't like what you hear in a reading, you don't have to take it. You have free will and immense personal power to move forwards in any way that you choose. And please don't ever let a reading or another person take that away from you. So we're going to go through, we'll do your oracle card and some tarot and runes. As a reminder, personal readings are available and all of my information is in the description box below, so please feel free to check that out. Oh, I love it. What do you need to release, waning moon? This is very much taking stock of where we are in life right now. You could have been going through a really deep period of introspection, and for some of you, I'm getting that you could be working through energies of feeling like things weren't going right in your life, feeling frustrated. And this is just saying, like, you know, this, what is it that you were, for sometimes we carry energies within us, mindsets, limiting beliefs, things that aren't ours to carry, and those need to be released. Sometimes it's a story about what's possible for us, and that needs to be released. Sometimes it's the weight of a past situation. This is really calling us to reflect on life, on where we are, on where we want to be, and as an in-breath, as an out-breath, as in a conscious sense, you know, what do you need to release, but also what is it that you want to create? Because if we release energy, then we leave a vacuum. The universe doesn't like a vacuum. So often we find new energy comes in its place. So this is very much a time perhaps of reflection on what it is that you want. And, you know, in the context of the reading of WTF is going on, you might be feeling that, like, literally, like, what is going on? And there could be something here that just needs to be let go of, surrendering the attachment. Got the Six of Cups in the reverse, the Knight of Wands in the reverse, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, there could have been There could have been some really heavy energy here about waiting, either waiting for things to come for you or wondering whether or not to move forwards and take action. And it feels like a sense of indecisiveness, of not knowing what action to take, or not knowing if what it is that you want is going to come to you, not knowing if you're going to achieve your outcome, to have a happy ending or a peaceful conclusion to a situation. And it feels like there is this sense of, I don't know quite how to move forwards. How far do I go? How far do I push? Where do I put my energy? Is this coming back to me? This could be a person for some of you. Absolutely, it could be a person. It could be a past connection. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. But it definitely could be connected to love, and wondering whether somebody is going to come forwards to you, whether they're going to reach out, or whether or not you should be the person to do that, and literally not knowing what to do, and that causing this sense of confusion. Sorry guys, my phone interrupted the reading. So it's working out how to move forwards from this situation. Yeah, we've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse. You might be feeling like you do not have the power. You might not be very happy in life right now. You could be feeling like there is all of these unknowns. And I feel like the universe is saying, it's time to release some of this. We've got a load of cards, so we'll have them all. We need to release all of this because there is new coming in. And this feels like the new that's coming in. But it's only when we can allow ourselves to fully release the past. No, that isn't correct. Sometimes we need to release the attachment to an old story, to an old way of being, in order for the new energy to come in. I don't want to say something like you need to fully release, because from experience, things come up in waves, emotions come up in waves. We have to go through processes. The same situation can come up to our field to be released multiple times sometimes. I don't want to create that as a truth for you, but for me, certainly. And we go and deal with waves of emotion that we have to work through. So it feels like new waves of energy coming up to be released, old stories, limiting beliefs, in order for you to move forwards. Because we've got the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and Judgment in the reverse. Judgment in the reverse next to the Eight of Wands is saying to you, you don't have to have this all worked out right now. You don't have to have all of the answers. We've got the Four of Pentacles. You don't have to know exactly what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And, for some of you, I'm getting really strong Scorpio energy. Like, you don't have to see everything in order to be moving forwards and to creating this new life, this new future that you want. There can be great unknowns that call us to trust and have faith. The Page of Wands here is about moving forwards and trusting. It's a compass. This wand is on a compass. It's trusting in your direction and trusting in that you, by releasing the old, it's going to move you forwards into a new direction. If this is relating to a person, it can be releasing a past connection. Releasing the past situations so that somebody new can come in, or the attachment to that person once that is released. It doesn't mean that we give up on them completely, or the love that we shared with them, but what it can do is release all of the old baggage, and that allows for a new connection, whether that's with a new person or with a previous person in a new way. There's a sense definitely of holding on. And with the Ten of Cups in the reverse, holding on to something that didn't work out the way in which you wanted. And it could have left you with feeling like you've done something wrong, like you've got very negative judgments about yourself, hard on yourself, beating yourself up. But this is saying, as you really begin to release some of these energies and trust in yourself again, we've got the Queen of Cups here and the Nine of Pentacles. There is beautiful new energy available for you. This is the realization and the recognition of who you are, of everything that you have to offer, everything that you bring to the table. You don't have to be in this place of judgment and doubt. And it's not to say you can click your fingers and get out of it, but sometimes it's about remembering who we are. And this feels like you're in a journey, you're in a process of releasing this old, of working through this old situation, releasing it from your energetic field, from your, your emotional field, allowing those experiences to teach you the lessons and bring forth the wisdom that it has, but not allowing them to stop you living the rest of your life. Let's get some runes for you. These are my beautiful runes from Thorson's workshop as well, my love. So if you want to check those out, please feel free. Yeah, you're entering into a new cycle. You might not be feeling like taking lots of action within the world. For some of you, you are recovering from a heartbreak, from the loss of a connection. It could be a job, something that was really important for you. So it's the fallout of something. And this could even be from a long time ago. It's just these energies have come up now to be released. But in the process of releasing them, it gives you the opportunity to manifest new, to create a new experience in your life. And you could be amazed at how that is reflected back to you as you do this work, as you are doing this work upon yourself, trusting yourself, nurturing yourself, and rekindling that connection with yourself. For some of you, you could be refraining from taking action because there is a financial concern about physical travel or moving forwards. I am being told that there is a way around all things. With Yera here, this is bringing trust in the process. But meet energy with Gibu here. If you have been giving and giving and somebody is not giving that in return, we don't give to receive. But if somebody isn't meeting your energy, you might need to pull your energy back and redirect it on yourself in order to move forwards. In order to achieve a different outcome. Now, carnelian is a rune of passion. We have Nauthiz and Wunyo here in the upright. Well, Nauthiz I don't read in the reverse. It is in a position which is saying to me you might not be taking action upon the passions, the inspirations, that inner fire rising within you. Especially with Turisas in the reverse. But I feel like if you move towards building on the things that make you happy, the connections that make you happy, the experiences that make you happy, what brings you joy, that is really going to help you, because there is this reclamation of self in the cards here, on the cards, in your future. Everything that you have been going through and these experiences, think of it like a cosmic, energetic, emotional level up. Release the old connection, the old identity of self, the old attachments, the old stories. Let that go, because there is new coming. And for those of you, it is possible to have a new beginning with somebody from the past, but we do have to fully surrender and let go of the old in order for that to happen sometimes. Let's get some oracle cards for you. Got Demeter, Nurturer, and this ties in with that message. I feel like you've been giving so much of yourself to others and not necessarily giving it to yourself. And this is a time where you need to focus on yourself, focus on your own harvest. I've honoured the fact that this has come out in the reverse, because this oracle deck does read reversals. I'm not always guided to, but in this instance, this is an 11 in the reverse. It feels very much like focusing on what you are giving, which is such a beautiful quality, but it's almost like not giving to yourself or at the expense of yourself. And this is a reminder that you need to give to yourself too. Let's get one of these for you as well. Okay, you got the Adventure card. And this is a reminder. This is quite similar. There's a similar kind of edge of this to pile 2. So if you were called to both and had to choose between, you might want to go back and watch pile 2, but it's a different scenario completely. But the kind of message is the same. Allow yourself to live, to play, to enjoy life, to be in that expression, to look at the world with new eyes that isn't completely clouded by the pain or the weight of past experiences. And I know that that is hard, but it is possible, pile 3. And it feels like something, you know, there is this whole new potential that is beyond this threshold. And this threshold is in releasing some of that past baggage, those old stories, the past situations that happened, to bring forth the new. And it definitely feels like you can do that. And this is available for you. And it doesn't have to be a right now, right this minute thing. It's a process. So take it at your speed, at your flow. But do know there is a new beginning coming here. We've got Ingvaz and Hagalaz and Bunyo. There is a new positive and beautiful beginning coming that starts with you. And you deserve that love from yourself as well. So pile 3. I hope this reading assisted you. As a reminder, personal readings are available, but thank you for being here. Just sending you all my love, and I will see you in another reading. Take care. Bye-bye.